Next on Worcester News tonight, Worcester's NAACP holds their first meeting of the new year. The group partnering with police to help increase minorities within the department. Plus, public school teachers awarded grant money to help improve literacy, learning, and achievement levels. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. We begin with the weather. A winter parking ban is now in effect for the city of Worcester. The forecast is calling for a mix of snow, ice, and sleet with high winds throughout the night. Due to icy road conditions, Mass DOT is advising the public to use caution and drive carefully tonight through Tuesday morning. With the possibility of temperatures dropping below freezing, drivers should be cautious of black ice on the roads. Travelers are also encouraged to stay behind snow removal equipment on the roadways. The Worcester branch of the NAACP held its first meeting of the year Monday night. The group took up the issue of helping Worcester police increase the number of minorities, women, and LGBTQ officers in the department. Community activists, potential recruits, and the affirmative action officer for the police department went over the process of how to take the civil service exam. It's the first step in becoming a police officer. The exam is offered every 2 years. Patricia Yancey is the president of the Worcester NAACP branch. She says the last time they had a civil service exam, minority applicants were up 35%. She says being a police officer is a career worth pursuing.
We have to do a better job in communicating that this is an excellent career opportunity, and being a police officer is a great career. With everything happening across the nation, with excessive police force against minority communities, that kind of puts a damper on us being able to communicate this. But what I tell people is that we need more minority police officers, and so that's what our goal is.
The application deadline for the civil service exam is February 21st. A gas leak on Blaine Avenue in Worcester forced residents to evacuate their homes for a period of time Monday night. The Worcester Fire Department was on scene tonight trying to determine a cause of the leak. Some people who live on the street say they noticed a strong gas smell while eating dinner. The fire department evacuated everyone from their homes to be safe. It's still unclear how the leak happened. People were allowed back into their homes around 7:30 Monday night. A tractor-trailer rollover caused some major traffic delays Monday evening. It happened around 4:30 on the Mass Pike near Millbury. The right lane of the Pike westbound towards exit 10A was closed as authorities investigated. The cause of the accident is under investigation. No word on any injuries. Worcester public school teachers received a generous grant Monday. It will allow them to share new programs with their students. Our Catherine Andrioli was at the Strong School Grants Awards reception today and has the story.
Worcester public school teachers will now be able to share new programs with their students thanks to a new grant from UNAM.
Being awarded their grants, and then they'll be doing this very innovative work in all their schools.
Worcester public school teachers were awarded UNAM's Strong Schools grants today. $21,000 was awarded to 42 elementary schools. The grants will go towards reading comprehension programs in Worcester's elementary schools.
Most of the time the money comes out of their own pockets, and now here's an opportunity for them to get funding to do unique programs within their classrooms.
Kicked off in September when Maureen took over and had her opening meeting at the DCU Center. At that point, we announced a Strong School Grants program where we would award to various elementary schools in the cities various grants to help with reading programs in the schools.
UNAM's Senior Vice President of Disability Operations says investing resources into schools is well worth it. He says the company has supported programs at South High School, and now many students are working for UNAM.
Met some of those students at South High School. We've worked with them over the years, helping them to apply for colleges. We've had them here in mentoring programs and internships and that type of thing. And then we've actually seen those students go to college, and now I have several of them working here at UNAM.
Union Hill School right behind me is one of several schools that will be receiving a grant from UNAM. A second grade teacher at this school says the money will go towards a reading curriculum program that she says is vital to the kids here at Union Hill.
I think about 50% are not only learning the academic curriculum, but they're also learning English as they go along. So literacy is a huge push, especially in the early grade levels.
Teachers like Beth Stark say it's important to get kids reading and writing as early as possible.
Really need to get these kids reading and writing and thinking about their reading and writing at a young age. They're skills that are lifelong skills, and they're something that we need to start right away as soon as they get into school, and then just build upon it year after year.
In Worcester, Catherine Andrioli, Worcester News Tonight.
A warning to watch out for thin ice after Worcester firefighters rescue 3 teens on a city pond this weekend. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the details.
We're encouraging people not to go out onto the ice at all at this point.
3 teenage boys fell through the ice Sunday afternoon on Cook's Pond. Worcester firefighters say they were trying to get to a social club on the island.
They got most of the way over there before the ice gave way, and they ended up going into the water close to the shore of the island.
Deputy Fire Chief John Sullivan says the boys were able to make it to the shore on the island but couldn't get back over.
They're, of course, very cold and wet at that point, and we're calling for help, and one of the neighbors heard them call and called 911.
Firefighters used their ice rescue equipment and were able to rescue the teenagers. They were taken to the hospital for an evaluation. No one was seriously hurt.
If the neighbor hadn't heard them very quickly, you know, I mean, they were still wet and cold, and, you know, hypothermia, whether you get out of the water or not, you know, if you can't dry off and get warm, it's still going to set in very quickly.
Mandy Harris says her son and his friends play hockey on Cook's Pond, and she tries to educate them on what can happen.
I try to tell them that it takes more than just one cold day for the ice to be thick enough and frozen enough to be on it. There's always the concern of it breaking.
Auburn Fire Chief Stephen Coleman says no ice is safe ice, especially with the warm temperatures we've been having.
That's the worst thing that can happen to ice, because again, as it freezes and thaws and then freezes again, the stability of the ice is compromised.
Chief Coleman and Chief Sullivan both say you should never go out onto the ice alone, and if you do fall in, try not to panic and call for help.
You want to try to hold on to the ice shelf if possible. Keep your head obviously out of the water, and then tread water as if you were swimming to try to, you know, force yourself, you know, kick and try to pull yourself up onto the ice shelf.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester's drought status is being upgraded from a Stage 3 drought emergency to a Stage 2 drought warning. According to the city's DPW, reservoir water levels are still a concern. All customers are reminded to make daily efforts to conserve water. A Stage 2 drought means outdoor watering is still not allowed for all water users. Restaurants should only serve water to patrons who request it, and the use of ornamental fountains is restricted. Today is National Pie Day. One local bakery in Worcester says they were busy all day and pies were flying off the shelves. January 23rd is recognized as National Pie Day. The Crown Bakery in Worcester says they have been selling pies throughout the day to both people and businesses celebrating. The bakery says many people have come in to buy pies, showing appreciation to local law enforcement.
People can show appreciation to other people for what they do, and like they would buy pies and donate them to the local police and to the local fire station. And this is a way of appreciation. National Pie Day today on January 23rd, people are encouraged to share a pie with a friend or co-workers and have a party.
The bakery says their best seller has been apple pie. The New England Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. The team is going for its 5th Super Bowl title with Tom Brady as their quarterback following Sunday's win in the AFC Championship game. And immediately following the game, fans celebrated and some local businesses went to work. Our Andy Madison has the details.
When the Patriots win big, they go to work. Right after the Patriots clinched another Super Bowl berth, New Tech Design Group in West Boylston started printing these AFC Champions t-shirts.
From 0 to 60, you know, going from just kind of sitting around to see if they're going to win to, you know, all of a sudden when you get the go-ahead, let's start printing.
Working all through the night to produce more than 3,200 t-shirts for Patriots fans across central Massachusetts. Dick's Sporting Goods was packed with Patriots fans on Monday. A big Patriots win also means big business for local retailers who opened up early Monday morning so Patriots fans could get championship merchandise.
I bought 2 T-shirts.
AFC champions.
AFC champions for the grandson.
I'm grabbing an AFC championship shirt and see what else I can find.
First time, I got to come down and get them, you know, because this is an unbelievable feat for them to do.
A feat no other NFL team has accomplished. The franchise will play in the Super Bowl for a record 9th time next month. The matchup with the Atlanta Falcons will be Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's 7th Super Bowl appearance together.
All right, so 65.
Fans picking up gear were still buzzing about last night's big win.
It was freaking amazing. Everybody came out to play. All the star receivers. Hogan showed up out of nowhere. Freaking blasted them. It was phenomenal.
Hoping to collect more championship gear in February.
This is the conference championship, and I'm sure people would want a Super Bowl shirt over a conference championship shirt, but who knows what the outcome's going to be in a couple weeks.
I'm a diehard fan, so let's go Pats. Go for one more.
Go Pats!
Andy Madison, Worcester.